Do me a favor. You just record this. It's already recording. You just got to point it at me.
Yeah, we're like a Jekyll and Hyde team between this and the actual lead.
Is that you at the start of the fairway?
Yeah, I figured I'd get it safe for us. Yeah. Nice shot, Kirill.
Ball. Whoa!
Hey, it breaks left.
That was
Kirill just wants to film one putt going in. Can we give him that?
Well, I need some action for my video.
Farther right, you might.
Woo! Hey Dan. So those were a couple of scenes from yesterday's warm-up round. So often on league day, Dave, who is the guy that's not Mike or Lucas, the first guy who putted in that video, is Lucas's partner, also works at Merchants Bank. What am I trying to say? So we will, league starts at 5:30, but we can start playing as early as we want and play as much as we want on Wednesdays. So we usually meet out there around 3. We get in, I don't know, 13, 14 holes, and then we play the 9 holes of league. Might explain why we don't do very well in league, because we're completely worn out, but that's fine. So those were a couple of the scenes from our warm-up before we started. And actually, that is more fun often for me than actual league. For league, this is match day 7. We started on hole number 6 on the front 9, obviously. And we were playing a couple of guys named Charlie and Dave. Charlie used to live in Winona. He works for Fastenal. Knows a lot of the swimmers that work at Fastenal or from Fastenal that I know. Super nice guy. He was actually, and he and his wife and kids live right on the 4th hole of the golf course. And apparently I spoke at an event that his wife was at when she was part of, I don't know what organization she was part of. Anyway, so I've met her too. Anyway, Charlie was he was funny. He was sincere, he was kind, and Dave was really nice guy as well. It was just generally a fun round. So what I did is I tried to make a little video, not on each hole, but at least every other hole. So I'll let you watch those, and yeah, I guess that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, Dan, we're playing Charlie and Dave. Charlie's in the white. Dave's in the gray shirt over there. Mike and I had a really good drive down here. We were about, let's see, 88 to the back, or 90 to the back, 74. And I don't know if you can see our balls up there. We're both on the green. Mike's a little closer. We'll take his. And this is the 6th hole we started on. Hey, Dan. Okay, so we're heading up the 8th fairway right now. I hit right. Mike hit straight down the middle. Huzzah. So on the 6th hole, we ended up 2-putting for a par. They were short of the green, and they got on and then 2-putted for a bogey. So we were 1 up. We both parred the last hole, 7. So now we are on 8 and are looking for my ball, and then we'll go and play Mike's ball, I hope. So Dan, that sand trap behind me got us. Mike and I thought we could hit out of it. It took us 2 shots to get out, and on my 2nd shot, I managed to hit the pin and shoot off 15 feet to the left into the 2nd cut of rough. and then somehow made the putt for a bogey, which we still lost the hole, so we're all square, but we didn't get a double bogey, so that's something.
Sure, I forgot
Okay, so
about
now we're on the
okay.
9th hole, which is really straightforward.
Yeah, we were
pretty
2 in
long,
the trap,
par 4.
3 still in the trap,
Um,
4
hit the stick. Hit the
Yeah.
stick.
Okay, we both just teed off. We had pretty good drives. I'm a little to the right on these humps over here. I'll show you what I'm talking about when we get up here. This fairway's tricky on 9th because it narrows to about 5 yards wide between 2 sets of humps. And normally you'd think if you were in between 2 sets of humps that would be good. Not out here. So I'm like over here somewhere. Mike is way up there. Clearly we're going to take his, so let's go look for mine. And there's a bunker protecting the whole front of the green. Okay, so Mike and I both hit on. We were about 15 feet downhill breaking putt, and we both missed, and we parred it. They parred it. We go to the first hole, sitting all square. Okay, Dan, here's hole 1. It's a par 5, just straight, long. So Mike and I both hit down the fairway. Pretty good drives, I would say 250-ish. Charlie, who's in the white shirt, again, he's driving. He hit a ground ball just past, not quite to the fairway. And then Dave hit a duck hook over here to this first tree. So we've got about 125 yards on it. So that's something. Let's see if we can actually do anything with it. Usually we can. Inexplicably, Mike and I, more often than not, bogey this hole. Just can't figure it out. You get out? Oh, he's left. Okay. So this is Dave and Charlie's 4th shot. We're lying to the other side of this tree. So that pretty much captures the way the rest of the first hole went. They were in that deep stuff. They were lying 3. They hit 4. Somehow they got out and got onto the front left of the green. The green is huge. And we were, what, 60 yards out? I hit into the bunker. Mike hit over. We ended up using his ball. We used his chip. And then we missed the putt. We end up bogeying, like as always, and they end up bogeying. It's just super frustrating. We thought we had that hole for sure, and we pushed. So we were still all square after 1. We get to the second hole. I hit short left. Mike hits way right. So we end up using mine. My chip was terrible. His chip was still 10 feet away. And maybe even 15. Somehow Mike made the putt, thank God. And then they also parred, and we ended up still all square after 2. So we went to the 3rd hole. We got a stroke on the 3rd. We hit a really good drive. We both did. We ended up taking mine because we're a little better positioned. My second shot onto the green we used. And then we 2-putted for a par. They also 2-putted for a par, but because we got a stroke, we won the hole. We're 1 up. So we go to the 3rd hole, par 3. I had this awesome shot, and it landed 2 feet from the hole, and these greens are so hard, it just bounced into the air and ended up on the back of the green, or back really on the second cut. But we were able to putt out of it. We ended up 2-putting. We got a par. They were like 12 feet. They both missed it, thankfully. Otherwise, they would have won the hole. So we're still 1 up, and we're going into the 5th hole. All right, Dan, we're heading up the 5th fairway. It's pretty straightforward. Par 4, slight dogleg left with an elevated green. Mike went left. He thought that the Cottonwoods would be a good place. Didn't work out very well. I went mostly straight, but we'll see.
There you are.
Oh, I'm in the fairway.
Is that you by the tree?
Mike's. I'm there in the fairway. I think the tree's not in our way. So yeah, they're dormy, which means they are down by as many holes as they have left. So at least we can't lose today, but we certainly can't win. Well, we can't. We possibly cannot win. Anyway, you know what I mean. All right, Dan. So this is the 5th fairway coming up to the green. We had really good positioning on this, and I hit mine short of the trap, and Mike hit his long about right here. And then they were lying 2 way down in that gully, and then they were lying 3. I'll show you. So anyway, when we hit our shot, Mike hit his to about 10 feet, and I did not hit mine to even close to 10 feet. In the meantime, these guys were lying 3 over here, right about here. And, you know, that's, what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 feet. And inexplicably, Dave made his putt, which means Mike had to make his, and he did. And we inexplicably won a match. We beat our average, which is 3 over, which is great, which means we get bonus points. So all in all, it was a good day. And we're done. We're gonna go home, eat some dinner, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it.